Now to the very latest on the coronavirus pandemic. Today, California health officials announced that our state is nearing the 770,000 case mark with nearly 15,000 deaths. But the case and transmission rates have declined over the past month, which is very encouraging, they say. Meantime, the nationwide death count could top 200,000 this week. Well, today marks 6 months since statewide stay-at-home orders were issued here in California.
And now we're hearing from some people we met early on the pandemic and what's happened in the months since. NBC4's Patrick Healy is live for us from his home with that. Patrick.
And Chuck and Colleen, thank goodness for digital connectivity. We've met so many individuals who've been through this, and indeed all of us have been through this, because what was normal day-to-day life, it went away 6 months ago. Now, there have been workarounds. We've learned a lot. But the reality is what we knew as normal remains out of reach. First, it was the schools to close, even as people were already catching it.
We weren't doing the masks and the social distancing just yet. So unfortunately, I did get it.
To John Cruikshank, COVID brought fever and headaches.
I described it as jackhammers.
For others, a dry cough, loss of taste and smell. Then on March 19,
it will be a moment when everything changed.
Effectively a suspension of normal daily life to combat the spreading virus that now has claimed more than 6,000 lives in LA County. The crisis response evolving.
Who would have imagined 6 months from that time? And here we are still talking about it and concerned about it and wondering what's next.
Honestly, 6 months later, I'm just happy to be here.
Army veteran and fitness buff Yvette Paz got hit with a severe case, being hospitalized at the Long Beach VA. And on day 3,
I really didn't think I was going to make it. You know, it got to the point where my lungs were so damaged and it was so bad.
Later, she came down with pneumonia and continues to suffer lung complications.
Even now, 6 months later, I don't go anywhere without my inhaler. And this is something this was a foreign object to me 6 months ago.
Certainly we've faced infectious disease outbreaks before, but nothing on this scale.
MD Jeff Smith is Chief Operating Officer at Cedars-Sinai, which has treated nearly 1,000 COVID patients, now trending younger than at first.
While there certainly is not a cure yet, there are some things which have been shown to shorten the duration.
Operational precautions to remain in effect indefinitely.
Until we truly establish immunity.
We're all under a lot of stress, and I think that's the most important, is making sure our neighbors are doing well.
Himself an elected official, mayor of Rancho Palos Verdes, Cruikshank presides over council meetings from behind a plexiglass shield and laments the impact of COVID precautions on education. Paz is grateful she's been able to return to work and re-engage life outside her home.
Although it's not the same, you know, as we all know, the world's just not the same right now. I'm going to do my part to bring back at least a little bit of a feeling of normal.
Normal, what is that? Well, looking ahead, Public Health Director Barbara Ferrer projects at the 1-year mark next spring, there will still be need for face covering and social distancing with or without a vaccine. But she does project that as soon as next month, Los Angeles County will begin to, again, removing some of the restrictions on activities. Reporting live, Patrick Healy, NBC4 News. Chuck and